Peace be upon you, grade 4. This video inshallah is going to be the last video in this semester. In this video we're going to work on two different lessons, lesson number 5 and lesson number 6. As you all know, we are in the last unit, which is unit number 15, good news and bad news. So I would like you to bring your class books and open them on this page. So the first thing that we're going to start with is lesson number 5, and lesson number 5 is quite interesting. What we are going to do is just to read a story and then find the meaning of some words. So the first thing that we need to do here is to describe what's happening in the pictures. So let's have a look in the pictures that we have within the story and let's try to describe what's happening. This is the first story, the first picture. So the question is, what can you see in this picture? We can see in this picture the sea. If you remember the homophones that we have studied in the previous lesson, sea and sea. We can see the lighthouse. We call this as the lighthouse. We can see a fish, a fisherman. Of course, the fisherman is on the boat. So this is what we can see in the first picture. So let's move and try to describe what's happening in the second picture. We can see the fisherman sitting here and he's holding a knife and a fork, and there's a plate in front of him with 3 sausages. And then we have a woman. She seems to be angry and she's looking at the sausages in a weird way. The last picture that we have in this story is this one right here, and we can see the fisherman, and this woman is his wife, and she's pulling some sausages out of his nose. Now we will listen to the story and we will try to find out what's happening. But of course, before we start reading, we have to know the title of the story, and the title of the story is written with different font. So the name or the title of this story is 3 wishes. Excuse me. So the title is 3 wishes. Please listen carefully and we will follow the story line by line.
Listen and read.
3 wishes. Once upon a time, there was a poor fisherman. The fisherman's wife was usually angry because he didn't catch many fish. One day, the man was fishing when suddenly a little fish jumped into his net. "My wife will be happy now," said the man. "We will eat this fish for dinner." But then the fish spoke. "Please throw me back in the sea," it said, "and I will give you 3 wishes." The fisherman was very surprised. "Great," he thought. "I can make my wife very happy with 3 wishes." Later, he told his wife about the fish. She wasn't happy. "Fish don't speak, you silly man," she said. "And now there isn't any fish for dinner." The fisherman was hungry and he looked at his dinner of bread and water. "I wish we had sausages instead of bread and water," he said. Suddenly, 3 delicious sausages appeared on his plate. He was very happy and started to eat. But his wife shouted angrily, "Why didn't you wish for something better?" like money or gold. You silly man! I wish those sausages were on the end of your nose. The man looked down at his nose and screamed. All the sausages were on the end of his nose. The wife pulled and pulled, but she couldn't get the sausages off the man's nose. They had to use their last wish. I wish, said the fisherman sadly, for the sausages to go away. Suddenly, the sausages disappeared. Now, they had no sausages and no wishes, and the fisherman never saw the fish again.
So after listening to this story, do you think that this story is a happy story or a sad one? Well, of course, the story is a sad one. The fisherman did not use the 3 wishes in a correct way. So right now we will move to task number 3, and what we have to do here is just to underline some of the words that we have in this box. I mean all of the words. And then we have to find the meanings of these words from our workbooks. And let's try to find these words. The first word that we have is fisherman. Of course, some of these words are repeated, so you might find them more than once. So the first word is fisherman, and this is 1, so you can underline it. This is the word fisherman. It is right here for one more time, and we can find it so many times within the story, so you can underline any one that you want. The second word that we have is speak, and between brackets we have spoke. So speak is the present form of this verb, and spoke is the past form. And of course the type of this verb is irregular verb. Now the word silly. Silly man. You can underline this word. And the word silly was mentioned for 2 times. Then surprised. You can find it right here in the first line after the first picture. The fisherman was very surprised. Sausage. This is the word sausages with S. It means plural form. It means more than one. Sausages. And you can find it right here. Sausages. And right here. Delicious. We can find the word delicious right here. Suddenly, 3 delicious sausages appeared on his plate. So delicious, this is the word delicious. Please underline it. Last 2 words that we have is wish for and pull, and we can find the word wish right here. I wish we had sausages instead of bread. And he got 3 wishes, so we have the word wish for 3 times within the story, and of course we have it. Just let me find it. Okay, it's right here. His wife said, I wish those sausages were on the end of your nose. And the last wish is here. I wish, said the fisherman sadly, for the sausages to go away. And the last word that we have in task number 3 is pull, but we have the past form of this verb, which is pulled. The wife pulled and pulled. That's it for task number 3. So to find the meaning of these words, we have to open our workbooks on page 132, and we have a dictionary section. What we need to do is just to look for the meaning of these words, and knowing the meaning of these words will help us to understand the story in a better way. So what I'm going to do right now is just to read the meanings of these words for you. So the first word that we have, you can find the meaning of fisherman on your workbooks, page 133. And the meaning of fisherman, well, this word is a noun and it means a man who works catching fish in the sea. A man who works catching fish in the sea. So this story is talking about this fisherman. And this man is working in the sea and his work is to catch fish. The second word is speak, and we have the past form of this verb, which is spoke. The meaning of speak, the first thing, it's a verb and it means to say something or to talk. The third word that we have in this box is silly, and you can find this word in page 136. Silly is an adjective and it means if someone is silly, he or she does something that is not good or not funny. And within the story, the fisherman's wife was calling him silly man. Why is that? Because he did not use the wishes in a correct way, and he only wished for 3 sausages at the beginning, and then she wished that the sausages appeared at the end of his nose, and the last wish was to wish for these sausages to disappear. Word number 4 is surprised, and you can find this word in page 137. The meaning of surprised, it's an adjective at the beginning and it means you are surprised when you suddenly hear or see something unusual. So the fisherman in this story was surprised when the fish talked or spoke to him and told him to throw her back to the sea and she will give him 3 wishes. Then we have the word sausage. You can find the word sausage in page 136, and the meaning of sausage is a type of food made of pieces of meat in long thin skins, and this word is a noun. Now we will move to the meaning to find the meaning of the word delicious. This word is an adjective and we say this word when the food is very, very nice. Now, wish for. You can find the meaning of the word wish for on page 137, which is the last page on your workbooks. And wish for is a verb, and we say this verb when we want something good to happen to us. People usually wish for good things to happen. The last word that we have in this box is pull. You can find the meaning on this page, which is 135, and this word is a verb. It means to use your hands to hold something and make it come to you. So as we can see in this picture, the wife of the fisherman is pulling the sausages out of his nose. So this is what we mean by the verb pull. So that's it for lesson number 5. Right now we will move to lesson number 6. So we will directly start with solving task number 1, and it's a listening task. So what we need to do here is what do they wish for, and here we have 3 people, and the name of these people is Lucas, Rosie and Akram. So please listen carefully and try to put the letters of their names in the correct squares that you have within these 9 examples.
Listen and write L Lucas, R. Rosie, or A. Akram?
Imagine you've got 3 wishes. What are they?
Number 1.
My name's Lucas. My first wish is for an MP3 player. I love music and I haven't got one. My second wish is for a baby brother. I've got 3 sisters and I really want a brother one day. Maybe this wish will come true. And my third wish is to have no more earthquakes in the world. Earthquakes are scary and dangerous.
Number 2.
I'm Rosie. 3 wishes. That's great. Wish number 1. My grandma is ill, and I want her to get better soon. Wish number 2 is for all animals to be safe, and no animals to become extinct. And my final wish, I'd really like a camcorder. I want to make films of my holidays.
Number 3.
I'm Akram. This is difficult because I want so many things. My first wish is to go to England one day to visit my pen pal. I've never been to England, so it would be really exciting. My second wish is for nobody in the world to be hungry. I want everyone to have enough food. And my last wish is easy. My last wish is to have 3 more wishes.
So now I would like you to check your answers for task number 1. As you can see here, number 1 is A for Akram. Number 2 is A for Akram as well. Number 3 is Rosie, letter R. Then number 4, A, Akram. Number 5, L for Lucas. And number 6 is R for Rosie. Number 7, Lucas. Number 8, Lucas. And the last one is for Rosie. So please write these letters in the empty squares that you have. Now let's move to task number 2, which is a speaking activity. What you need to do here is to say 3 wishes by using first, second and third. So you will imagine the fish is giving you 3 wishes. What are they and why? Of course, you're gonna say your wishes and you're going to mention the reason by using because. So it's gonna be the same as this order. My first wish is for, and write your wish. And here you have a computer. Why is that? Because I want to play or to have more video games on it, for example. My second wish is to, and then you have space to write your wish. And here you have examples for the 3 wishes. So what you can really do for this activity is just to bring your notebooks and write your 3 wishes with the reason why you want these wishes. Now, the last thing that we have on this page is writing, and we're going to learn something really important about speech marks. The first thing that we need to know is that we use speech marks to show that someone is speaking, and of course I'm going to show you some speech marks within the story in a minute or two, inshallah. And then a comma or a question mark is placed inside the speech marks. So if we have, for example, a sentence in a form of question, and this sentence has been said by someone in the story, you have to put the speech marks, and inside of these speech marks we have to put the question mark. So here we have an example. Fish don't speak, said the fisherman's wife. And you can see these red marks. We call them as speech marks. So why do we have the sentence between the speech marks? Because this sentence has been said by a character in the story, and this specific sentence has been said by the fisherman's wife. Now, what we can do is we can also cut the sentence into 2 parts, and here we have another example. So please throw me back in the sea. And we have this sentence between the speech marks, and we have a comma here. And then we said the fish said. So this sentence has been said by the fish, another comma, and another speech mark, a new one for the complement of the sentence. And I will give you 3 wishes. Then you will put the full stop, because this is the end of the sentence, and the speech marks. I'm going to show you some of the speech marks that we have in the story, and then we're going to work on the last task that we have on this page and this unit. So here we have the story, and the first speech mark that we have here is my wife will be happy. And look at the comma here. This is the speech mark. This sentence has been said by the fisherman. So, said the fisherman, another comma, and then the complement of the sentence. We will eat this fish for dinner. And this sentence is also between a speech mark. Then, please throw me back in the sea, speech mark, and a comma, because we still want to say the complement of this sentence, but it's separated. So it said, and this it refers to the fish. And then, and I will give you 3 wishes. We have many other examples. This one, I wish, only like it's almost one word, and I wish, said the fisherman. It's between speech marks because it has been said by the fisherman, the comma, and then we have the complement for the sausages to go away, and we have to put the full stop and then the speech marks. Right now we will move to the activity and try to solve it together. So what we need to do in this activity is to circle the commas and question marks before the speech marks, then underline the different verbs used. Now we will start with these sentences that we have, and the first one is already done for us. I wish these were sausages, and then we have this sentence between the speech mark, then we have a comma, so we have to put a circle on the comma and then underline the verb that is followed by this. And he said, this is the verb that we have. Number 2, why didn't you wish for something better? And as you notice that we use why, which is a WH question word. So this means that we will have a question mark. As we said in the rule that we have to put the question mark before we add the rest, the punctuation right here. So please put a circle on the question mark. This is the question mark. And then underline the verb. This one, asked the woman, underline the word asked. Number 3, you silly man. You silly man. As you notice that we have here a comma, and this sentence is between a speech mark. The fisherman's wife said. The verb that we have to underline here is said. Number 4, I wish, said the man sadly, for the sausages to go away. So I would like you to focus on this example. I wish, we have this between a speech mark and we have a comma here, so please put a circle. Said the man sadly, so this word has been said by the fisherman, for the sausages to go away. Underline the verb said. The last sentence, my wife will be happy now, said the man, we will eat this fish for dinner. Put a circle on the comma that we have here. this one. Said the man, and underline this verb. Said the man. So what we have learned here is that we have to use the speech marks to show that someone is speaking. So you know by using these speech marks that the fisherman said this sentence, the fisherman's wife said this sentence, or the fish. So that's really it for today's video. I wish you all of the best, and I wish to meet you inshallah one day. Take care.